Hello, how is everybody doing today? Okay, so a quick update as the title says. Are we there yet? Well, let me go over a couple things, show you where I think we are. So, and we're not outdoors. The weather's changing, winter's moving in. I'm still outdoors every day, but I'm not going to try and do this one outdoors. It is what it is. All right, so you were here. You remember our little timeline thing. Okay, a couple things to throw in here. So we're going to put this back here as the 4th of July. That was, that's a lot about the last time I drew anything up. And in my last video, I said, if we're here much longer in November, I'll have to eat crow. So I can eat a little, but I never did say I knew the story going into this, okay? So what I lined out before, with the lockdowns, and we were tracking backwards at that time to another set of lockdowns. This, I think, what I put down on that video, the conclusion to it all was actually us getting hooked up to AI. Because I think what's happening is every time that there's a variant, right? We have this new variant. Well, every time that there's a variant and they talk about it, all it is just another DNA attack on man. So, if we had if this is Christmas right here, and this is the 4th of July way back here, we've had different variants pop up, right? So those are just in the original timeline of coming down the road here. It was, one DNA attack, another DNA attack. Those what the variants are, okay? And in my opinion, this is all just my opinion stuff, but this is the stuff that I see. And we talked about, how do you separate us from our parents? You take out the sun, you take out the earth, right? Well, back on, what was it, December 14th, so right about here, this is Christmas, remember, this little deal right here, this is Christmas. So up on about the 14th, you had NASA touches the sun, all right? Okay, that was in the timeline of the sun being taken out. And back on like November 23rd, which was before this date, back here, we had NASA shooting a dart at an asteroid, right? Trying to deflect it. And I think in the real timeline, when they took out the sun, then they did deflect an asteroid. It's all in reverse, right? So what I found the most interesting was once we got down here right around Christmas, because Christmas is the birth of our Savior, right? Well, on December 24th, really late at night, I mean, now you're talking like, so a day is like 1,000 years, so what's a couple hours? I mean, you're talking 15 minutes, I don't know, okay, but we're told that what happens here on Christmas is 3 wise men, right, help bring our Savior to this plane, right? Well, in real time, we were running this way, right? So Christmas happened here. They brought something to this plane, and God, within years, it seems like on the timeline right here, you know what happened right here on December 24th? Up in Chicago, there was a place called Prada and Hermes. The stores were attacked, vandalized. Now, we talked about Hermes in another video, and it's kind of funny that he actually shows up here in the end about, he could turn lead into gold by holding it in his hand, okay? Now, and Hermes may not have been just a dude. Some people say Adam was like a group of people. Hermes, could have been a group of people that, had their skill set. You're talking way back here in the beginning now. This is, and why I thought we weren't going to get too far into November is because what is November? The 11th month, right? And I was actually looking at the 6th. So what is that? November 6th is actually an upside down 9/11, right? So I was actually expecting us to, have something good happen on 11/6 here. And we kind of did. This was the Travis Scott concert, come to find out. Remember, it showed a big portal above his stage, right? And somewhere in that book, it talks us about us being dropped into a pit. Okay, so going backwards to get out of all this, we've already emerged from the pit. Okay. They've already, deflected a rock here, poked the sun there, and now we're clear back here by Christmas. And oddly enough, you have Donald Trump Jr. coming out now and saying if you don't follow Christ, following Christ, it doesn't get you where you want to go, or following Jesus. Okay, and I've been, so he's barking down that road, the same thing that I'm kind of telling you right here. When God breathed into the earth and created man, you are the physical representation of a God. That Jesus character even told you, don't follow me, pick up your own cross. And that kind of what Trump Jr. is saying, quit following people, pick up your own cross. Doesn't make him Jesus. He's just, and that's why people think he saved us. No, his teachings. If you go to his teachings and live a life, you don't give your life. How valuable is life? You want to give your life to somebody, go run out and get a damn vax. Okay? It's just as simple as that. Life is valuable. Don't give it to anybody. The middlemen always take their cut. You deal directly with source, or I deal. You can do whatever you want. That's how I deal with things. But I find it odd that the three wise men got together right here and did whatever, because where two or more are gathered, it says in that book, right? So there was actually three of them here, and something happened on that day, and then Hermes was attacked right here. And they have come out and said, somewhere right in here, did they not, coronavirus will be with us forever. So in real time, when he got attacked, it's still with us today. It's called your DNA. I've been talking about that. And, I don't trying to want to sound pushy. I'm just very passionate about the things that I see, because, I don't know how much more there is to go, really, because, if it's about correcting what happened, I don't know what led. You see, we're always dealing with what led up to. I was looking at the original corona thing. I knew the story about how we were tainted, so I'm like, okay, that has to be here. But, we're still pushing down here, and these are just the different times, the different variants. And there was even a Hull test done recently on one of our new aircraft carriers somewhere back here. I'm not sure of the date. Okay, just like in the other video talking about Hull tests being, I think, time marks of directed energy weapons used against us, could have very well been. So now we're here. We're on the back side of Christmas. And they've already said this is going to be with us forever. So right there's the cutoff point. Hermes got attacked. And then now they're saying it's with us forever. So we're right here. X marks the spot. We're getting back to, we've got just a few things I think left to touch up on the timeline. And I think that'll be all she wrote. And there again, I don't know how it'll go down. I've never claimed I know how any of this goes down. All those people. I do know we probably won't make it into February. That, I'm not big on setting dates, because, you just don't know. I don't know the story. I don't know how much of this we have to overcome. But when they're talking about the New World Order building with the one world religion over there in Dubai opening in February, if you can't see the fact that you're currently living under a one world religion, it's already here. It's not going to happen again. We've been talking about this. These timelines are being ate over. Okay, they're showing you how they did it to us in so many different ways, from the leaders to, what you're seeing on the timeline. And I'm kind of hoping that if the people that are watching my videos and how I'm pulling stuff out of the news and tacking in the timeline actually saw that Hermes was attacked here. I don't know. I don't get news like everybody else does from the mainstream. It's all internet, and I hunt through lots and lots and lots of articles that some of them are meaningless. They all have meaning somewhere, but just in what I'm trying to look for while I go through my day, blah, blah, blah. That's where I see things currently. So, I don't know. Right there it tells me we're getting really close. So this very well could be the last time I ever do a video. Quite honestly, I don't know how many more days, weeks we got left to go, but it's been a hell of a ride, hasn't it? Oh, yes, it has. Well, just remember, go from the heart on everything. Try to uplift people. That's what this is about. That's what got us in this mess in the first place, death. When things were created, There was a balance. Nature follows a balance. We don't have to go kill a supposedly overpopulated species to bring it more in line. Nature handles all that. In fact, the destruction of planets and everything, this going backwards in time may have well just been an automatic reset on its own. Things got so out of balance that it just started spinning backwards on it. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is we bring balance to an unbalanced world. That's the way I look at it. All right, I'm going to keep this one short. It's probably going to take forever to get it uploaded and viewable. So great talking with everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season. I don't particularly celebrate those things, but it is what it is. I got to spend time with grandkids, stuff like that. You do the positive stuff, being present, right? All right, so I love all of you. Take care. Enjoy the ride. It's going to be wild.